It's interesting to see the meeting that you had with the president, including one with Ivanka Trump and German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Tell us about that when you were in Germany with it was at the White House, rather, with the German Chancellor Angela Merkel and Ivanka Trump. What was that all about in terms of the women meeting?
A little bit of background. I mean, this is, to me, one of the most important issues the country faces is workforce development. If you look in IT, there's 500,000 jobs open. There are over 5 million jobs open in this country. And so why aren't they filled? The biggest reason they're not filled is skills. And so this has been a topic very consistently, but both the White House, the administration is interested in, and we personally have been very dedicated to. And so to build skills, what I've coined new-collar skills, meaning we're in an era now, it doesn't mean you have to have an advanced degree. And so it's not necessarily a blue-collar job, the jobs of the future. It's not white-collar, this idea of a new-collar. And these jobs are 2x the average median salary. And so that meeting with Chancellor Merkel was about one aspect of this, which is apprenticeships, and about what do you do to build these kind of skills. And we've got 3 big ideas that can be done and scaled in this country, and I think it's quite doable. One is around a new form of education. We have something called Pathway to Technology schools we've been helping generate across the country. They're public schools. Think of it as a 6-year high school, a kind of a high school working with a community college. And really the criteria are just teach a curriculum that business will hire. Businesses like ourselves, we have 300 other companies doing this, provide mentorship, give these kids internships if you can. And the graduation and the success rate is 11x compared to low income, 5x compared to regular schools. And these kids come out with really an associate degree in 6 years. And it is an outstanding program to get the right skills out there. Add that to apprenticeships, add them to credentialing. Those 3 kind of pillars are things that would modernize, and it's a wonderful example of a public-private partnership. And we'll be near 100 of these schools by the end of this year.
Wow.
Almost 50,000 kids. We're already hiring them in. And so this has been a real focus and, in my view, very positive, practical steps that can be taken forward that will change the face of skills in this country.
This is a really important point that you're bringing up, because there are jobs available, but people don't have the skill sets for those jobs. How much do you think this should be, the onus is on business and the onus is on government to actually create this training that is required to get the jobs that are available?
This problem will only be solved working together, and I do think the administration understands that quite clearly, that this will take 2 parties. So as an example, what can government do? There are things like the Perkins Act. It was passed through the House, needs to go through the Senate. All it says is there's every community college gets its funding. To get your funding, you have to teach a curriculum that business will hire. Very straightforward, but very practical and something to do. Work-study program that says, look, we're funding lots of these, think of them as part-time jobs when you're in school, but we want you to do it with a small business or do it with another kind of company. Don't just do some sort of other task that isn't going to build your skill at the same time. So there are things and policies government can do. Secretary DeVos, I think, is very much on top of this and does understand this very well and very focused on it, and that there's a set of different kinds of programs that can be put in place, and then let the public, let private work and let it do its job. And so we'll come together with that. As I said, I've already got 300 companies that are willing to contribute and do this. And in the United States, we can scale that kind of mentorship, apprenticeship quite easily across this whole country.
Terrific. Great insights. Ginni Rometty, stay